YouTube. Like and subscribe. Now. Oh!
What's going on?
Oh, look who it is! Should we do this now? Let's just do it. Let's see.
Hi guys, I'm Matt from Wired Workshop, and today we're going to be making all of the trophies for Alveus Sanctuary. What's going on, guys? I'm Matt from Wired Workshop, and today we're going to be making all of the trophies for Alveus Sanctuary's Halloween event.
Wow. This is Wired Workshop, chat. Thank you for the bits. Big time. The big one's sick. Oh, they're insane.
So the first thing I wanted to do on this project was make the epoxy ball that was going to be the centerpiece of the big trophy. Now I chose this because I knew it was going to be the hardest part, so if I ran into problems,
they were so nice too in person. They drove it all out to Alveus.
It's actually going to be Alveus's logo, which is a little hawk, a white swoosh to hold the hawk, and then the mountain itself. Now the mountain in the logo is actually Bishop's Peak, and with a lot of help from our good friend Jake, we were able to pull map data from Google Earth to get a very good, accurate 3D model of that. So
they're insane.
That to a 2D printer. Once we had all of our pieces, we can go ahead, glue them together, and then get ready to put them into a mold. That way we can
I have one. You see it?
Top of it.
I have one right there.
This took several
Sick
attempts.
shirt.
It was definitely the hardest part of the project.
Thank you for
the
the 3
first one
months.
even got stuck to this plastic holder that I had made to hold the mold. But thankfully, with the help of Mr. Hammer, I was able to set it free and look at what was inside of the mold.
Alright, fuck the mold, I guess.
After about 7 tries, we actually got a pretty good pour that Ryan was able to clean up really well by sanding.
Amazing.
However, while waiting about 4 days between each different pour, there was a lot of other stuff going on for this project. They wanted 2 medals to be given out during the event, one being a W for the MVP, and then an L for someone who didn't do quite as well. Both of the medals were made out of aluminum and then cut out with my Shaper CNC. I was really happy on how this turned out, and my sister did a great job of actually getting those gems inside of that W.
Beautiful. I'm so glad Finn has that. I need to give him the box. He only brought the medal home.
Different way, so I ended up making a jewelry box for it. So when you open it up, it kicks on a bunch of lights inside, and then also highlights the metal along with a bunch of red felt that I put inside of the box.
This is so cool. I'm so glad they made a video. So sick.
Next up was the 15 smaller trophies. This is where my new resin printer really came in handy because I'm able to print out something or a mass quantity of things in a way shorter amount of time. The technology on these resin printers are actually really cool. It actually uses UV light to cure the liquid resin from down below, and it goes up as it builds each layer. So it really doesn't matter how many objects that you have on the print bed versus just how long it's going to take to print that layer height. What's going on, guys?
Thank you, Chris.
Once they come out of the printer, you throw them in a UV light box to cure and harden up, and then they're good to go.
Space! Thank you.
After a lot of sanding, I moved on to painting. For that, I used double-sided tape.
Why do I have so many subs?
The CA glue is an instant bond that you put on one side, and then an activator to make that instant bond as you set it down.
For the event?
I used that for painting because it allowed me to paint the hawk standing straight up and hit it from all angles without having to worry about it falling over after I just painted it. And then it also stops me from having to flip it over.
Because of ads.
The other side.
Sick. looks so good. They're so cute.
Then it was time for the Big Hawk. This was by far the longest print I've had on my resin printer, totaling over 37 hours. Thankfully, it came out perfect, and the base for the big trophy came out really good as well. I painted this thing by actually hanging it off of my garage door opener. That way I could hit these really hard to reach spots from the top of it, and also so I didn't have to flip it over like I did with the little hawks as well.
Leaked garage. Nice.
The scariest part of this whole project, though, was actually putting the whole big trophy together. We were leaving to go deliver this thing to Texas in about a week, so by the time this got put together, if anything didn't line up correctly and something had to be redone, I don't know if I would have made it on time.
Nice. They did it. Oh, the emotes. There it is. Wow. That's so stupid.
However, once I hit that switch and saw the light kick on and that ball spin, I had a huge sign of relief.
That's so cool.
For the last part of this project, we wanted to make a holder for an extra ball that we had laying around and then give that to Maya. Now, Maya is the one who started Alveus Sanctuary in the first place and also is the one who reached out to us to make this project. Now, since Maya doesn't get to keep the trophy and someone else will be taking that home, we always wanted her to have a piece of the project. Funny enough, this was actually my favorite part of the project because it was a very well-needed break from 3D printing and it was really good to work with woodworking tools again. So I started by chopping 2 pieces of maple and then gluing them together. Next was to cut out a rough shape of a circle and then clean up and make it really smooth with a disc sander. For the base, I didn't want the top to stay just flat, so I concaved the center of it and tapered down. That way the ball would pop out more, and for this I used an angle grinder with a flat disc. I was actually really surprised on how well that worked. All that was left was to give it a round over, put some shellac on it to bring out the natural color of the wood, and then glue in the ball.
Your stream looks cozy now, dude. Dude, I love my desktop setup. Is it too dark though? No, I love it. It's so cozy.
And with all that, the project was complete. We had a really fun time making this project and working with the team at Alveus. Plus, being able to deliver the project and to see Alveus and meet all the animals in person was an awesome experience. I was really blown away at everything they had already had there, especially only starting in February, and I'm super excited to see what they do in the future. There will also be links down below to Maya's YouTube channel, as well as Alveus Sanctuary's website, where you can help donate to support their cause. That about wraps it up for this one, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys
next time. Like and subscribe. Here, let me link there. This is their channel. Or this is the video. You should sub to them. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Wow. Okay, never mind. You guys are doing it on top of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, check it out. I can't... They actually use the map like it's actually bishops. Like, it actually is the correct peaks. Like, I've hiked these peaks. And then that's Bean. Because I released Bean. That's why the Alveus logo is what it is. Because I released this red tail. My first red tail at Bishop's Peak. So this is like, this actually means a ton to me. Like this, this item. It's like super sentimental. It's crazy. It's so cool. But yeah, they were great. I'm glad they made that video. I hope that they benefit a lot from what they did for Alveus. I'm excited to work with them again. I definitely will work with them again.
#1 victory royale, yeah, Fortnite, we bout to get down. 10 kills on the board right now, just wiped out Tomato Town. My friend just got down, I revived him, now we're heading southbound. Now we're in the Pleasant Park Street. Look at the map, go to the mark sheet.